all the way at the back, 6 yards from the back edge, 5 yards from the left. Just about pin high. It's a very good on. And 9 to 332 meter par 4. We've seen a few birdies here today. Maybe more than a few, pushing a dozen at this point in the afternoon. And now Coach G1, she is also just at 1 under, and she's just 1 stroke back of Bae So-hyun. 66, 69, 66 her tournament thus far. She's 134 meters away. It's just a little short. The gasp from the galleries. They were worried it might roll back down towards the front, but she stays put. We're taking a bit of a flashback to one of the shots of the week so far. Killing 9 when the pin was 40 meters closer. Can she do it again? It's an 8 iron for Bae So-hyun. She'll have no problem reaching the back. She is more to the right. She'll get a bit of a downslope back towards the center. It will be a lengthy putt though. And now Park Ji-young after the tee shot at 10. She will approach with a 9. 130 meters to go, but it will drop by almost 7 meters down. Another hole with a fairly rear located pin in line with that back left bunker. Kim Soo-ji checking on her break point. We review her rounds and her tournament so far. I tell you, she shot 68 in the opening round, 72 in round 2. Bogeys on each of the front and back 9. Yesterday, though, was 67, and today, even better, and coming off an eagle. She's not quite ready, but Chae Min-kyung is. Work out pretty well. The wily veteran, we're keeping an eye on her as she tries to win on the KLPGA Tour for the very first time. Speed-wise, she was pretty close. Coach G1, it was sole possession of first place after 3 rounds with a 66, 9 birdies, 3 bogeys. And now Kim Soo-ji has elected to putt. She knew it would break right. This could go. A little extra homework nearly resulted in a birdie. She'll tap in for a par.
머리만 신경 쓰면 돼. 해야겠습니다. 예, 움직이시면 안 돼요.
Pace again now, putt for birdie. Downhill and it will break right. It's breaking a little early. So unable to add to her lead on this occasion. She'll try again at hole number 10. But will she have a lead when she begins the back nine? We'll find that out in a moment. In the meantime, to the hometown hero, Park Ji-young, a native of Wonju, where we're playing this week. Is looking for birdie, would take her to a share of second. Tough putt. This goes left to right and then straightens out. Really good try.
괜찮아. 들어와도 돼. 들어와. 괜찮아요. 괜찮습니다.
Now Sung Eugene to move within one. She's there with the birdie. 16 under par. Birdies at 1, 6, and 9. A bogey at 4. She hits the turn with a 34. It's very much in the fight. This is the far more impressive angle. Look at that. And she walks it in. And that leaves Coach Yuan, who is such an exciting story. At the back nine, also one stroke back. She primarily plays on the Dream Tour, the feeder series for the KLPGA Tour. Strong contender to be promoted. Certainly with a win, it would really help her case. Jae Min-kyung's that putt stays straight. She needed it to move right. She'll settle for a par. Kim Min-sun 7 absolutely lit the course up yesterday, despite narrowly making the cut with the 2 under. Yesterday was very much her day. Ending up shooting a 65. She's 2 under now, or had been 2 under. She goes to 3 under for the day with her birdie at 11. She's just outside of the top 10. Jae-nu +1 for the round so far. It's been up and down. Bogey to start. Another at 5. She'd pick up birdies at 9 and 10. And that's her par. She is currently in a tie for 12th position. Everywhere you look across this course, there's something that will catch your eye. Prominent feature, Waterfall at 18. We'll step aside, back in a few. at Aurora Golf and Resort. Welcome back. We're here on hole number 11, the first par 5 of the back 9. 517 meters makes it the longest hole on the golf course. It's a strong up from EA1. Season prize money and points leader. She was tied for 7th, pardon me, after the 3rd round at 11 under. Down the hill, but slightly off into left of the fairway. Big swing and a stop in the fairway. Sohyun. She is oozing with confidence. And she'll have to be at her very best to fend off the chasing pack. 3 wins in her career, none yet in 2025 though. All 3 of them coming last year. She was the winner of the Heaven Masters, the 13th KG Ladies Open, and the 12th E1 Charity Open. Needless to say, August is her month. EA1, we saw her approach to the green. This is now the putt for birdie. Sides and loops around. She'll settle for par.
네, 불하겠습니다. 멈춰주세요.
And a 10, 1 bounce on the green. A slow stop on the fringe. She points right. Yeah, that's where she wanted to be. Next approach at 10. Also leaving a bit to be desired. Almost level with the hole, but a long putt back across the width of the green. Sungyear Jane, we saw the trouble she had with her driver. She's going for it with a pitching wedge. Taking no chance with that bunker. It's well right. Young really going for some extra power. From the rough and looking to reach. She clears the water. She's short of the bunker, but at least dry. The 3 approaches have been played at the 11th. We turn our attention back to 10.
아니, 오빠는 안 봤으면 좋겠어. 전혀 내려가지 마. 옛날에.
Choosing to putt from the fringe. The break is right. The speed is spot on, though. Two putts takes her to a par. Cheanu, third shot at 11. And there she goes, right at the pin. That's marvelous. Surely that's a birdie. And Kim Soo-ji with a little pitch. Pulls it up inside of a meter.
실례하겠습니다. 실례하겠습니다.
Okay, so Hyun, it's officially 9.8. Probably gonna have to start this a fair bit to the outside of the hole. Make sure it gets over in time.
오는 거?
네.
좋아요.
Jae-min-kyung. That's a nice approach as well. Very well played. Sung Eugene at 8.9 meters. Only 8% of the time this distance has been converted on. That's just fine. Fortunately, in the final rounds, there's generally not a big weight to start the 10th. Typically at 10, you just want to get a par. Write down your 4. And you can really narrow your focus. Park Jung might not be wet, but she's not in a great spot. It's recovery mode now. Getting it on the green and staying on the green is an accomplishment in its own right.
하겠습니다. 이동 멈춰주세요. 이동 멈춰주세요.
One down, 8 to go on this back nine in a good spot.
이동 다 멈춰주세요. 앞에 멈춰주세요.
Three players, 3 pars. 10th is officially in the books. And now Park Ji-young coming down the hill. Unconventional way of working across this 11th. We'll have about a meter left. And Jae-Ming Young, that's a really nice putt. It's a good birdie to take a step closer to the top. Nothing else, she is keeping the front 3 in tow. Strong drive to get this par 5 started.
하겠습니다. 소리 안 나게 해주세요.
Bumming down, not going for the driver. She's wanting to place this first one right where she wants it. Work around the dog leg.
불러합니다.
Coachy won. Birdies in each of the first 2 rounds here. Par yesterday. She's off to a good start on Sunday. A delightful approach that just skirts the right fringe. Chinning down, going for a hybrid on this par 3 12th.
고맙습니다.
Park Ji-young, she is not one who has thoroughly enjoyed these par 3s this week. It's not where she's done the most of her good work. Yesterday was the exception to the rule where she birdied each of the front 9 par 3s, but otherwise not a single one this week.
불러합니다. 멈춰주세요.
Kochi won. His second shot over the fountain to the next fairway. She's 2 for 2. on 4 and 2, and she might technically be there. 2 shots for birdie.
네, 알겠습니다. 멈춰주세요, 형님.
Not to roll the dice. Second player to just lay up and say, I'm fine with the conventional approach. Park Ji-young's chip, it looks a little quick. You might need to say thank you to a partner whose ball marker takes a little bit of speed off. I owe you one, Cheyenne. Kim Soo-ji. Each of the 3 are good and close on the 14th. We'll be looking for birdies next. And Jae-min Kyung inside of about a meter. I'll have a little left to right break. It's not as straightforward putt as it might look from so close. That's, ladies and gentlemen, why sometimes it's better to lay up. Trust your wedges. To be outdone by her group mates. Oh, Park Ji-young under hits the hole. Kim Soo-ji does the same. Her misses to the outside right.
누가 먼저 그렇게 물렸노? 나이가 그렇게 나이가 버디가 때문에
Only 69 meters to go for EA1 on 13. This is a full wedge, and she'll try to play this close. She might be the best wedge player on tour. That's another example of it. It's not the way she had foreseen that hole going. Now Pei So-hyun, she's putting. It's a long putt. Now it needs to stop. This green is 45 yards deep, if that gives you any indication of just what she was facing. And we look for eagle. The first few holes on the back nine take a little while because we have two par fives, the only two par fives, of course. But we get those out of the way early, and then it's a sprint to the finish. Pei So-hyun's lead remains at one stroke. There are a handful of players at 12 under, 6 of them, in fact, 5 back of the lead. It might be a bit too late for them. Sung Eugene, Coach E1, however, right on the door. Pak Jiang, of course, a little bit of adversity on the par 5. We won't rule her out just yet. Time for a break. More on the other side. The Aurora World Ladies Championship. Well, we're back to work, and the par 5 is coming to an end. Sun Eugene takes 2 putts for her par. Pardon me. So Hyun takes 2 putts for her par. Here's Sun Eugene, getting a little ahead of myself. This is for birdie. Should go a little right to left. Yes, it'll just hang on. 17 under. That will feel good. Some methodical play. 4 strokes to cover off 517 meters, over half a kilometer in the heat.
이동 멈춰주세요.
It's Sunday, so every last detail matters, even for a 3-footer. So it's a par. 11 down, 7 to go in this final round. Kim Soo-ji. Well, she's been passed by So-Jian, who has authored the best round of the day with a 65. She's at 5 under through 14 holes. 14 under for the tournament. This is the setup at 15. She's in trouble. Didn't carry it enough, and she's fallen down into the sand trap. Sunday's pin placement all the way at the back.
진행하겠습니다. 카메라 소리 안 나게 부탁드릴게요.
Sun Eugene goes first. Well, that will end up pin high. Fantastic off the tee.
네, 알겠습니다. 그때 카메라 소리 안 나게 해주세요.
Pei So-hyun a little bit too deep off the back right corner.
응? 좋아, 대충 낼게.
just 1 for 3 at 13. It's a little bit problematic, isn't it? Some slightly less drama, to put it mildly, on number 9. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are no closer to figuring out who's going to win this thing. The top 3 either at 17 or just 1 shot back. Coaching 1 needs to shift gears here pretty soon, just 1 under after 11 holes. No Seung-Yi and Kim Soo-ji. They are on 15. They are both 5 under for the round and at 14 for the tournament. That will do it for hour number 1. 2 to go, and we'll soon be able to determine our champion. Might need some bonus golf the way we're going. Won't want to miss a moment. Well, we've reached the 2 o'clock hour, and we're nearly through 12 holes. Coach E1 is in the sand, and he gets up and down like an experienced pro. Joalim, 48-degree wedge on 14. That's nice and tight. Oh, that will be a simple finish and a well-deserved birdie. Jae-Ming Young also able to keep herself inside of a 3-meter radius of the pin.
뒤에 좀 멈춰주세요.
Tae Soo-hyun will be next.
멈춰주세요.
Tae Soo-hyun with her second is well enough. Next at the 14th, Han Shin-sun inside of 100 meters to go. Oh, they're just showing off now. Choi Lim, it's much needed. She's +2 for the round. Park Jung with the wedge, can't get up. Short and stuck in the rough. That was quick. It was too quick, in fact. Skips around the outside. Now Kim Soo-ji. That's a nice up from the sand. Not an easy thing to do. Just off. Sung Eugene fooled by this hole as well. Park Ji-young, second time's the charm.
네, 알겠습니다. 멈춰주세요, 뒤에.
She's the only one that didn't seem to have a little stumble. After Croce 1, we can officially say everyone has survived hole number 12, and that's what it feels like with the back pin placement today. Nice from Kim Soo-ji. That's the trademarked raised fist in celebration. From the sand to the hole in 2 shots. Coach Yuan, this will be the bogey. A 2004 competitor. Just her 8th event on the KLPGA Tour. Big recovery from where she was a month ago when she was recommended for the Lotte and was cut. She has a top 10 finish at the Suyeb Bank MBN Ladies Open. Incredible experience she's getting this week. Jin Young sends it wide. Stares at it for an extra couple seconds. Hoping that her eyes were deceiving her, but unfortunately they're not. Oh, EA1 just not gonna have enough. Her irons have let her down this week. Now that's put in the perspective of the fact she's still in the top 5, but in terms of searching for that 4th, which you know she wants so badly, win of the season, and to do it in the first half, that's the main reason why she's not at the top right now, but is still close if there's some missteps along the way from Sun Yoon Jin or Pei So Hyun. Jin Young, she is through 14 and 3 back. She might be out of time. Wasting no time. Getting 15 started, Sung Yoo Jin with a pure drive. Trickles to the edge of the fairway on the right side, off the tee, maybe into the second cut. And now Coach Yuan. So she's back down to even. Still within 2. We'll go to 18, Im Jin Young at 11 under. Putting for a lengthy birdie. She's 3 under for the round, tied for 17th with 7 of her peers. And at 15, an excellent chip. Holding out from before the green. Some good play. decent, but decent doesn't show up on the scorecard. More groups finishing their rounds at the 9th, and groups finishing their rounds at the 18th. And Jin Young rolls in that par. 4 birdies on the round, a bogey at the 17th. Top 20, always a solid finish. Kim Do-hee, a simple tap to finish off. 75 today, she finishes even. 61 out of 120 is still something to celebrate as an amateur. Certainly on Thursday she showed she could hang with the best. The next step is to be able to sustain it over an arduous tournament like this one. Pak Bo-gyeom from the opposite side of the green. That's going to fall from about 35. There's your putt of the day so far. That's her 5th birdie. What a shot. All right, second shot on the par 5 takes her most of the way down the fairway. No Seung-hee on 16, tied for 5th, putting together a fantastic final round, already at 5 under and looking for more. Coach Yuan looking for some extra pace. The thing she needs to balance now is not feeling like she has to chase. If she departs from what got her here, she might keep tumbling down. Just right beside her partner on the 16th green. Well, with a bogey from Coach Yuan and a couple of pars above her, there's a great opportunity for EA1. Her irons might not be there, her wedges are though. Oh, off the flag stick. Yeah, her wedges, they're there, aren't they? A centimeter more to the left, she'd be sharing the lead. That will be a birdie. She'll be within 1. Now she only has 2 holes left, but maybe the search for 4 is back on. Another case of trying to do a bit too much with the wood. It ends up in the rough right beside the sand. She went for it, and you credit her for the bravery. Pak Jeong at the 14th. She has slipped down to a tie for 5th. That might reignite her round. No Seung-hee And that putt will fall. Tied for third now. Look at that scorecard. 7 birdies, 1 bogey. She's 6 under today. She's now tied with Coach U1 for the 4th position. If there's any regrets from the tournament, it's yesterday. 70 is still not a bad score, but yeah, the double bogey at 6. And to be fair, she has been loathing the 6th. 3 times of the 4 she bogeyed or doubled. If she could somehow wave a magic wand and vanquish those, she'd just have the 1 bogey and would be in the lead. She's been very good. Sung Eugene's 3rd at the par 5.
Nice shot!
Marksman comes in with the wedge. It's a solid shot. Okay, Kim Soo-ji was not to be outdone. 4 birdies and an eagle today. She's been flawless through 16. And suddenly, our young leaders are under pressure by some veterans. Pae So-hyun from the side to sand trap. The rough really limited her ability to shape that shot. She's at the stage in the tournament in search of this win where a par would feel like a drop shot. Well, that left Coach U1, and she'll be satisfied with that. Park Ji-young didn't get the break she needed. Well, she's in with a shot. Almost certainly needs 1 more birdie. How much of a rollback can she get? Not much more than that by the looks of it. Birdie 18 and hope for some luck. Otherwise, she would be plenty satisfied with the top 5 finish, even if there was a bit of disappointment at the top of it. Kim Soo-ji, 7-iron, 17. The tee shot skirts the rough and stops on the green. Okay, so Hyun needs to move right, get right. Toughness. Sung Eugene knew that was going to be short. And no Sungi the long way back. Two putts written all over it. Take the par. Move on to 18. Coach Yuan, very nice. Very nice. Poised beyond her years, bouncing back from the bogey with the birds. And Kim Soo-ji, oh, she'll get that to fall. Within one with one to play. She is not one to wilt when the lights are brightest. Peso Yan just a little bit short. I beg your pardon, Peso Yan's teammates getting the sponsors mixed up. There we go. Let's look at the leaderboard. Sung Eugene, Peso Yan, 17 under apiece through 13. Kochi won with a big birdie to move back into that chasing pack. She's tied with Kim Soo-ji now, who has a 7th birdie through 17 holes. 6 under is the score for No Sung-yi, who's 2 back with EA1, who has 3 holes to play. We'll take a break. We are in for a wild ride. Where else would you rather be than at the Aurora Golf and Resort for the Aurora World Ladies Championship?
Okay, shot.
And welcome back. Well, our featured group is just beginning the 14th. Jiang is in the rough, 1 hole further along. Considering the circumstances, it's pretty close. Sun Eugene goes next, and she is wide of the fairway left between the two bunkers. EA1, 94 meters on the 16th. Pin is mid-left. Varying degrees of success out of this group. 11.4 million won. The gifts of smiles from the target zones this week. So again, grimaces a little bit. He's not going to get the fortunate bounce back into the fairway, but she wasn't lacking power on that drive, that's for certain. The gallery's filling up. Following the featured group in their final rounds. There's some excitement in other portions of the course as well. Really not a bad spot to pick. We'll loop around and down. Anjin San, a great approach, leading to a birdie. Takes her back to 2 under on this Sunday afternoon. And tie for 9th with Pak Bo-gyeon. Pak Ji-young looking for birdie. Oh, it breaks away on her. Kochi won just a little over 100 meters. And working that to within 3 or 4. She might be back, ladies and gentlemen. That birdie doing wonders for her confidence. Sung Eugene from the rough between the bunkers, dotted along the left side of the fairway. If only she could have been a bit more right, but that is still a very solid second shot from that location. Suji. She's on the green. It's a little bit deeper than midway, but it's a pretty close assessment for the location here on Sunday. Okay, so Hyun, 78 meters just left of the fairway. Skips on the fringe and stops on the green. She can absolutely make a birdie from there. Well, will anyone be able to move on up to 18 under on this hole? Kyochi 1 certainly has a chance to go to 17 if the others are dragging their feet. Picking things back up with our featured group, Sung Eugene's chip from just off the green. Only to a short tap in par. We go to 17 with the A1. She is 2 back with 2 to play. It's a 6-iron. Needs to stay close to the front right. She goes left. Well left, in fact. Now, you don't fault players for not taking too much of a shot. If you're short, it's disaster with the placement today. Pei So-hyun can put a little bit of room between herself and Sung Yoo-jin. It's a putt for birdie. And it's gonna go. Great putt. First to 18 under, her 4th of the day. 4 to play. Just to keep that theme of 4s going, he's looking for win number 4. This is one of the biggest moments of her young career, and I don't think that's hyperbolic.
감사합니다.
Trying to keep pace. And to go to 2 under 4th around. She certainly has hundreds in the gallery cheering for her. She'll settle for a par. She still has time. Kim Soo-ji does not. She needs a birdie and some help. This birdie, by the way, would tie the single-day record for a round. She's had a few moments of magic so far today. Does she have one more? It's gonna move right. That's a pretty incredible judgment on that putt. Spin that ball around, get the lines where they need to be, and finish off for a round of 65. An eagle and 5 birdies. Exceptional play today from Kim Soo-ji. T3 when she exits the course. Sung Yoo-jin is now 1 away, or 1 clear. It is a par for her. After Pei So-hyun went up with her birdie. .89 meters out for Park Ji-young on the 16th, 52-degree wedge. That's pretty spectacular. We'll do some quick math. She birdies that, she goes to 15 under, that's 3 back. No Sumi also for a round of 65. Get in the hole. Oh, just missing left. 66 is what it will have to be. Tied for 5th with EA1. Just the 1 bogey today at the 6th. A fantastic 18 holes. Hyun has the honor and is away first, perfectly down the right side of the fairway.
감사합니다.
Coach Yuan has birdied here every single day. That's well right, though. He hits the fence pole and drops down by the trees. And we'll see if he can spot it. He's pointing to it, so that's a good sign, but that's a mistake. There's no two ways about it.
합니다.
Son Eugene finds herself chasing. Should be safely in the fairway.
조금만 넓게.
Alright, so provisional taken just in case. Most of the way back down, courtesy of EA1. That'll be a tap in par. Okay, Park Ji-young did the hardest part. She is benefiting. T5. And ends a long drought. It is her first birdie since the 7th hole.
어쩌면 좋지? 어쩌면 좋을까?
그러니까 구제를 받으면 저기는 쓸 수 있잖아.
아니면 플레이볼을 하면은
여기 편입니다.
봐봐요. 드라이버. 도로에서는 전 그냥 쳐도 되거든요.
저희가 이거 만약에 구제를 받으면 요거에 대한 구제를 받으면 절로 가는
지금 상태에서
네.
네, 맞아요.
그럼 만약에 언플레이브를 한다고
Requisite
하면
officials are there. This is
이쪽으로
a
안에 들어올 수
fantastic
있는
shot with the drone.
언플레이브?
So obviously, if you're past the retaining wall, it's game over.
갔다가 도로구제에서 측정해봐야 돼. 도로구제를 받으려면 도로구제는 안
Be
받고
able to-
만약에
여기다 구제는 가능해요. 언플레이어블은 여기다 가능. 다시 일로 와야 돼. 다시 도로구제는 이쪽으로 와야 될
Unfortunately,
가능성이
this is a
있어요.
fence you can move.
측정은 해봐야 돼요.
측정을 해보는 게 어떤지.
호체가 얼만큼이냐.
그러면 무조건 올라갈 생각이 여긴데. 이거에 대한 구제는 만약 도로 구제를 받아서 다시 일로 오더라도 이거에 대한 구제가
일로 갈 수는 없어요. 왜냐면 지금 현재 여기. 이거에 대한 구제는 현재 여기서는 여기고
만약 일로
이따가
와가지고
여기가 될 수도 있어요.
갤러리 분도 위로 올라가세요. 위로
만약 이쪽 구제를 저쪽에 그러면 이거가 쓰면 돼요.
걸리.
그럼 이렇게 하면 이거에 걸리면
지금 선수가 원하는 거예요.
원하는 거예요. 밖으로 나가는
지금 하겠다는 게 당연히 구제를 하겠다는데 엄플레이블 구제를 그 원하는 대로.
일단 언플레이볼을 아니 장애물 구제를 첫 번째.
All right, so we will, while we wait for the next steps, Sung Eugene is ready to play her approach. "91 meters to be precise." And she'll need to be precise. Right over the sand at the point of the green where it dips either side. She's not happy with it, but she has very high expectations right now.
거기 있어서 못 치겠어. 대충 몇 나와요? 다 쳤어요?
Pei So-hyun goes in with a dart, and she will fancy her chances to go back to back and really start to pull away here.
이거에 대한 구제를 받고 절로 가면은
아 근데 가가지고 난 그거밖에 안 돼.
근데 좀 확률이 좋기는 해.
여기서 그냥 치죠 오빠.
나도 이 생각이 맞다고 생각해.
한번 뒤로 나와도
아, 네.
So what we've concluded, she's out of bounds, she's not climbing the fence and rappelling down.
풀로 넘어가가지고 이렇게
She has to take a drop at the point in which it entered this area. Two drops and it won't stay still, so now she can lay it on the cart path and take her relief.
99 플러스 4에서 99야.
The alternative is you take a penalty, which at this point would be incredibly detrimental to your chances.
뭐한다?
Well, she might need a new iron. That's based on the pay she's about to get from this tournament. I think she and her sponsors can come up with something. Don't try this at home, ladies and gentlemen. Sparks will fly. Oh, she struck that so purely. Come on. From the cart path. Inspecting the damage, I don't think she made more than a millisecond of contact with the asphalt. That is something special. Now, she will be putting for par from that position, so it's not all sunshine and rainbows. But it's much better than it could have been. The A1 rolls in that par. She's off to 18 within 3. Now that's very possible that that's about to change because Pei So-hyun is staring down an excellent opportunity to birdie again and go to 19 under. Sung Eugene, it looks like a par for her. Coach E1 might be going down into a tie for 4th. 2 rounds in the books on page 1. No Sungi 66, Kim Soo-ji 65. We're getting to that part of the tournament where the final classification is starting to make itself known. Well, it's 3 p.m. in somewhere. You can hear the faint sounds, the first few chords of the final countdown by Europe. We're in that stage of the tournament. Just about. Sung Eugene trying to keep pace. So it's a par. Unfortunately for her, there is a high probability that her deficit is about to extend to 2. We will see that putt from Pei So-hyun in a moment, but first, Park Ji-young. Realistically, she's looking for a podium at this point. 7-iron for her. She is the brave one. She's known for it. Let's see how much she rolls the dice on this par 3. The answer is not much at all.
근데 가가지고 난
We need to see this again.
그리고 확률
Once
좋게
it
보면
was determined the ball was unplayable,
나는
Coach Won
나도
puts
이
the driver
생각을
down,
했다고 생각해.
figures out the line it goes in, tried to drop the ball twice, it didn't stop, so at that point she got to place it at the tee, and then she struck it from the cart path onto the green in absolutely brilliant fashion. Well, she collected the old ball. Let's not be wasteful. So I get the sense what we're about to see is how it looked from this perspective.
이건 측근으로 넘어가가지고 다시 여기 네.
That was the trouble that
감사합니다.
led to this. Now a putt for par. Later iron off the cart path to this position.
자, 태우자.
And it's not going to be. After she saw that drive, she would have known that the likely result was a drop shot. We'll go to 18 with the A1. It is a 7-iron. She goes right at the flag, but doesn't quite get it to stop in time. Take her a ways back.
알겠습니다.
Pei So-hyun for a birdie. The picture's becoming clearer. She's up by 2 with only 3 holes remaining. It's 19 under through 69 holes of play here at Aurora. Here's Park Ji-young on 17, starting the long way back. She doesn't mind being a little bit past if she's gonna miss. So she'll carry that 15 under to the 18th. And Coach Yuan confirms the bogey. She drops to T4. Julie is a marathon, not a sprint, this sport. And Jun-sun, it's an 8-iron. She's gonna get a nice little roll. The previous rounds, you can see the Old cutting on the previous pin placement. Just about been in the hole.
저 근데 저희
좀 이따 저희 다 감사합니다.
카메라 지금 눌러주세요. 네, 알겠습니다.
Rocking back on her heels, Bae Seo-hyun, and delivering this drive on hole 16, right down the middle.
카메라 소리 안 나게 부탁드릴게요. 지금 눌러주세요.
Sung Eun knows that there is some combinations of birdies and bogeys she needs to have any chance. She can only worry about herself and what that might lead to.
실례합니다.
I love my job, but if I wasn't to do this, give me the joystick and the controls and the blip. Back to 18, EA1. Plenty of speed to get this up over the hill. So she'll fall just short of her goal of that 4th win of the season. This will be an 8th top 10 in 15 events this season, and we can say she's back. After winning the Deuce on match play, she was cut at the U1 Charity Open, back-to-back top 10s from there, but since then hasn't been back in the top 20. Nearly 2 months have passed. She will be more than satisfied with the top 10 here today. And just about a scintillating birdie to end it. Here's Sung Eun-jin's up. It's a very good one. Credit to her putting the pressure on.
실례합니다.
Coach E1, much less dramatic second shots. A pretty dramatic approach in a good way. At this point, it's safe to say she's on for a career best result, even if it's not the one she wanted. And she and her sister will share in the top 10. That'll be very special in its own right. The gallery shouts stop, and the ball complies. Okay, so again, technically the furthest from the pin, but still in a very good spot. And EA1 finalizes her round, the top 5 finish, the absolute definition of consistency. 68, 69, 68, 68 this week. Hanshin Sun, it's her worst score of the week. It'll take her just outside of the top 10. T12 as she exits the course. Well, the blimp's flying, and so are our featured group. Members in it. Pei So-hyun, 2 strokes clear. Sung Eugene in P2, but in a great spot for birdie. Kim Soo-ji has taken 3rd position and claimed it's all by herself, though G1 could very much change that with one swing of the putter when we come back. The Aurora World Ladies Championship getting close to the end. Still a few things to be decided in Wonju. back to work, and unfortunately for Pei So-hyun, she's close, but not quite there. She'll have to settle for a par. And that opens the door for Sung Yoo-jin. She knows what an opportunity that was. Jae Min-kyung over the water, onto the green. About 15 meters past it. Sung Yoo-jin, can she take advantage? The round might be hanging in the balance of this putt. Oh, that's right. An exhale for Pei So-hyun and a sigh of frustration for Sung Yoo-jin. That reaction says it all. That might have been it. Now she has a par 3 to bounce back on. She needs 2 birdies or a bogey and a par. It's that simple. Park Ji-young from the edge of the fairway. She didn't quite have that one solved, did she? That's a great bounce back, and you credit her ability to do that in this back 9. One bad hole doesn't sink her. She has recovered every time and showing some experience and poise beyond her years. Well, the Pom Pals on the boat have a great front row seat to the action on 18. I imagine we'll see 1 or 2 of those in the awards presentation shortly as well.
솔직히 컨트롤보다 그냥 푸싱 그냥 당연히 나죠. She won with her birdie, has the honor. The crowd is mumbling. They sense something special was on. Well, maybe she's playing even freer, feeling like she has nothing to lose. That is something special indeed. Multiple time winners. We're talking 4, 5, 6, etc. on this tour have not been brave enough to play that shot as the young coach Ji-won just did. Pei So-hyun has chosen a 7-iron. That's the downside of that risk. It's a case of the yips. It's understandable, but it's a case of the yips right now. Back from Park Ji-young. And that leaves Sung Eugene. She also shows a great bit of skill and audacity almost. Pei So-hyun down the hill. She let one opportunity slide. She will certainly not do it again. Jae-min-kyung. This is for a T5 finish. It's slightly right. Also, feel like she's been down this road before. Nothing to be anything but proud of. Another top 10. Yes, we know how badly she wants that victory, but she's made quite the career out of being steady, and it's another steady and impressive performance. Jae-nu, nice finish to the round, 14 under. And she did a very good job of mentally resetting after a really tough first 5 holes with 3 bogeys. Now it's a recovery for Pei So-hyun. Good job. Great job even. Park Ji-young ends the round with 70. 69, 67, 67, and 70. She left some strokes out there. She's a bit disappointed, but she put on a great show in her hometown.
끝까지 최선을
67, 67. That's when things felt a little bit different for Jae-min-kyung. 70 and 70. A less electric finale, but still another top 10 for her resume. Sung Eugene, the first putt for birdie. Well done. Well done. 5th today. She knows that Pei So-hyun can't pull away. She's doing her best to stay locked in. Don't look back. Even though I'm sure she is very, very, very curious at what her group mate is about to do. Kochi won. Another birdie. She goes to 17 under par. Back to back now for the budding young star. So Hyun avoids a bogey. Her lead is down to 1, and it's everything to play for on 18.
앞으로 왔어. 두 발 앞으로 왔네. 228. 끝까지 페어웨이 끝까지 228. 그리고 우리
중계? 아니다. 천막 좌측.
천막 좌측 쪽. 천막 좌측.
혹시 쇼트 있어?
셔트 있지. 플레이합니다. 몸 떠주세요. 자, 카메라 지금 눌러주세요.
Kochi won still with the honors. She misses the fairway with her drive.
카메라 지금 눌러주세요. 소리 안 나게 제발 부탁드립니다. 소리 안 나게 해주세요.
The next tee shot also is allergic to the fairway. It skips into the rough. Nearly is buried.
카메라 지금 눌러주세요.
The math is very simple. There's a few different ways to reach the outcome of a playoff. But Pae-So Hyun is in control. Over 0 for 3. It's a narrow fairway, to be fair. Certainly relatively speaking, but that could make the approach shots just a little bit more dicey.
물 하나만 다시 따.
Looks like there's a special delivery to be made shortly.
괜찮아. 저걸로 뭐 하는 거야? 저걸로 뭐 하는 거야? 뭔가 내려준대. 뭘 내려줘? 뭘 내려줘? 아니 저 앞에 못 내려.
하는 거 앉으시면 돼요. 애들 뭐야? 버디 파고 들고 나왔잖아.
All right, about 90 seconds to walk down the fairway, arrive at the ball, plan the attack. Tournament very much hinges on these next 60 seconds. Coach E1 will have the first approach over the water, over the sands here at 18. Since that shot from the cart path, she has been on a different level. One that we thought might lead her to a win. She's going to come just short today, but I get the sense she has some titles in her future. And Sung Eugene. She goes for a little extra club, not a full swing. That's what she needs for birdie. And Pei So Hyun, she came awfully close to the water at 17. She's fine with the par. It's a pitching wedge, and it's going to roll and roll and roll. ribbon of grass just before the fairway, called the fringe. So the next shots, the putts, will be an important one. Tell you what, Pae So-hyun could hit a birdie and win this thing yet. That's why it's not over until it's over.
오로라 월드 레이디스 챔피언십 마지막 챔피언조 선수 소개가 있겠습니다. 먼저 삼천리 소속의 고지원 선수입니다. 다음으로 메디일 소속의 배소연 선수를 소개합니다. 마지막으로 대방건설 소속의 성유진 선수를 소개합니다.
위원님.
It all comes down to this. Pae So-hyun confirming that she's not on the fringe and can't chip. So she'll have to putt. And she'll take a little bit of extra time on her scouts. How far am I? How much will it break? Sung Eugene does the same from a much closer position. A playoff feels likely now. None of that pressure for Coach E1. She's up for an $80 million payday for thirds. She might even be splitting second, depending on how these putts go. Well, she's done all she can do. Anything inside 4 meters will work. Or she can just go on and win it with a 16-meter birdie. Here she comes. She's over the hill. He spins out to the left. Okay, so she should, at the very least, have guaranteed a playoff. Should is the important word. What a week it's been here at Aurora for a brand new tournament. I think a lot of players and supporters will be saying, long may it remain. Sung Eugene for birdie to move into a share of the lead. She's just missed. Played it with the speed required to reach. Didn't quite have the break figured out. She's a three-time winner. She was looking for her first this season. She's had 3 top 10s. This will likely be her first runner-up. And Coach E1. She's gonna get to 18 under. So she finishes as a co-runner-up, barring a bogey from Bae So-hyun, in which case we would have a 3-hole playoff. The shots we've seen her make this week, for someone who is typically playing on the feeder tour, the Dream Tour, nothing short of spectacular. And if she didn't hit it into the woods, it might have been different. And for Bae So-hyun, this is the drama of having the last shot. All the pressure is on you. Putts in, she wins. Misses, we'll have a 3-hole playoff. An opportunity to forever have her name in the history books as the inaugural champion of the Aurora World Ladies Championship. For par and the victory. She's done it. The champion, and a 4th in her career. Bae So-hyun wins the 2025 Aurora World Ladies Championship. Downhill 2 with a little right to left break. She had to work for it. She made it nervy. And on her 72nd, and now we can say final hole, she has won the tournament. Sung Eugene to share P2 with Coach E1 and a $95 million payday. That's a par. 400 today is 68.
2025 오로라 월드 레이디스
One
챔피언십
shot
초대
off
챔피언은
the title.
배서연
And now the
선수입니다.
celebrations can begin.
보내주시기 바랍니다. 아울러 끝까지 최선을 다해 플레이한 고지원, 성유진 선수에게도 아낌없는 격려 박수를 주시기 바랍니다. 선수분들 모두 고생 많으셨습니다. 추천도 함께하오니 여러분께서는 끝까지 시상식까지 즐겨주시면 대단히 감사하겠습니다.
축하드립니다.
So after 72 holes, here is how the final leaderboard looks. Peso Hyun, the winner at 19 under. Ko Chi-won really turning it up on the way in to finish tied for second with Sun Eugene. Kim Soo-ji, 65, delivers her a fourth place finish. No Sung-hee, 66, takes her to fifth. And spot she shares with EA1 and Park Ji-young. Chae Nu shoots a 70 on Sunday to finish 14 under and in a tie for 8th place. Chae Min-young also at that mark with the same score today and for the week. Kim In-sun 7 after her 7 under yesterday shoots a 68, as does Ko Chi-yu. Today they finished tied for 10th, which means both siblings are in the top 10. A special day for the family, I am sure. Eugenia Ansongi, So Jiun, and So Jiun we highlight with her 65. Sunggaun, Sanguna, Kim Chae-hee, and Im Jin Young. They finished tied for 17th and 11 under. Tough day at the office for Chae Lim. She had a fantastic shot on the back nine, but ultimately it wasn't enough to salvage an even par round today. She finishes +1. Yu Yun Jo and her peer with some fantastic performances. That's Lee Ji Hyun 3, 4 unders. 6 under 66 for Sonia Bean to finish 8 under. And a 65 as well down there from Hung Yun So to go from 1 under all the way up to a tie 37th position. Peng Min Ji, we see her tied for 43rd. She had a really strong start to the tournament, just couldn't sustain it over the course of the weekend. She had a 67 to begin the tournament, but shot a 75 in the second round, keeping her a little bit too far out of contention. Lee So Young shoots a 69, 3 under to be just outside of the top 50. Kim Do-hee, the low amateur, an even par finish with the 75 here today. Ho Da-bin shoots a 73. Lee Soo-gi shoots. Oh, we lost it. Lee Soo-gi. She was able to shoot 1 under today to finish at +2. All right, we will soon hear from Pae So-hyun. We'll get into the final round highlights before or after, to be determined. And then we'll head to the 18th green. It's party time, ladies and gentlemen. Stay with us as we celebrate the finale of this last event of the first half of the season.
안녕하세요. 배선표입니다. 감사합니다. 우선 한타차 2위로 이렇게 파이널 라운드를 임하게 되었는데 기다려왔던 시즌 첫 승을 하게 돼서 무척 기쁘고요. 또 상반기에 좀 쉽지는 않았다고 생각을 해요. 그래서 많이 기다려왔던 우승이어서 기쁨입니다. 저는 사실 부담이 없었다고 생각을 하는데 나름대로 있었나 봐요. 욕심도 많이 났고 그래서 또 올 시즌부터 새로운 메인 스폰서인 메이딜과 함께하게 되었는데 그 회장님께서도 제가 그렇게 보이셨나 봐요. 그래서 US 오픈 끝나고 회장님이랑 따로 식사를 했었는데 회장님께서 저한테 그 우승 안 해도 괜찮다고 그리고 다치지 말고 하고 싶은 거 다 하라고 말씀해 주셔서 너무 감사드렸는데 그 덕분에 이렇게 우승을 하게 된 것 같아요. 정말 감사드립니다. 권호섭 회장님. 핀보다 약간 왼쪽이긴 했지만 잘 맞으면은 핀에 충분히 붙을 수 있는 거리라서 공격적으로 한 건 사실이고요. 그리고 미스샷이 난 것도 사실입니다. 그래도 일단은 한타차 선두를 유지하고 있다는 사실을 알고 있었고 그리고 18번 홀에서도 물론 세컨샷이 생각보다 미스가 나긴 했지만은 세이브를 잘한다면은 한타차로 맞출 수 있는 상황이었기 때문에 그냥 세이브만 잘하자라고 생각했습니다. 어제 이거보다 더 짧은 버디 퍼스를 미스를 했었는데 그때 이후부터 제가 좀 셋업에서 좀 미스가 났다라는 생각이 들어서 이 다음 이제 앞으로의 라운드에서는 그런 미스는 없도록 해야겠다고 좀 마음 먹고 있었거든요. 어떻게 보면은 어제 짧은 퍼트를 미스한 덕분에 마지막 파퍼트까지 세이브할 수 있었던 것 같습니다. 일단 보기 프리 라운드를 했다는 점에서 높은 점수를 주고 싶고요. 물론 좀 더 타수차를 벌릴 수 있었으면 좋았겠지만은 그래도 2, 3, 4라운드 모두 60대 타수를 기록했고 오늘도 전반에도 잘 줄이고 후반에도 잘 줄였으니까 90점은 주고 싶습니다. 네. 네. 이번 프로암 때 오로라 월드 노이얼 회장님과 같이 라운드를 했었거든요. 회장님이 꼭 이번 시합 우승하라고 말씀하셨는데 진짜로 우승하게 돼서 너무 기쁘고요. 그리고 일단 아까도 말씀드렸지만 저희 메딜 권호섭 회장님을 비롯해서 작년부터 함께 해주고 계신 푸른바이어 신태진 대표님 그리고 올해부터 함께 해주시는 사마모터스 박종민 대표님 그리고 세인트 앤드류스 크리스 에펜 씨 너무 감사드리고요. 계속해서 함께 해주시는 타이틀리스트 너무 감사드립니다. 그리고 이렇게 더운 날에도 계속 응원해주시는 갤러리 여러분들 너무 감사드리고 오늘도 갤러리에 와주시는 내셔널 비프 이용돈 대표님께 진짜 감사드려요. 네. 네. 이제 다다음 주에 메딜 챔피언십이 열리는데요. 제가 다음 주 대회는 출전하지 않게 되었어요. 좀 메딜 챔피언십부터 하반기 경기가 시작되는데 그래도 또 다시 우승을 할 수 있었으면 좋겠고요. 올해도 작년만큼 작년보다 더 좋은 성적 내면 좋을 것 같습니다. 감사합니다.
All right, the blimp driver's having some fun. We're just about ready. But before we get to the awards presentation, let's recap how we got here. Final round, so the Aurora World Ladies Championship. 54 holes set us in a pretty good way. We had a pretty strong idea of who would be challenging for the win, but it would really be late in the round when the finalists would emerge. We'd also see EA1, who was the epitome of consistent this week. Deliver one of her best performances. Once again, birdies at 1 and 5, 2 quick birdies. She would climb the leaderboard in towards that top 10. Sung Eugene had been at even until the 6th hole when she would break the ice with a nice downhill putt for birdie. And she was even because she started with a bird, lost that stroke at 4, but would get it back shortly thereafter. Number 11 is where we want to head next. Kim Soo-ji, she was one of the stories of the day. 12 under. After going 3 under on the front 9, she would deliver an eagle, ladies and gentlemen, an eagle. She could hardly believe it. It was perfect, that run. Birdie, birdie, eagle. She was very much sniffing around the top 5, and you would never say never. She only would finish 3 strokes back. Sung Yoon-jin picking up another bird at the 9th. Moving into a very comfortable position heading to the back 9. 1 off the leaders to 15. And on 15, it was the A1. I remember this shot in particular. We said, look, her irons really haven't been ticking this week, but you know what has been? Her wedges. Skipping that in off the flag and essentially hovering half the ball over the hole. He couldn't believe it. She was ready to party. She would continue to pick up some birds on the way in. Do a top 5 finish for Kim Soo-ji. This was the putts that secured her 4th spot. A marvelous birdie. Bogey-free. 5 birds and an eagle on the day for a 65. Tip of the cap to a very experienced veteran who electrified the course today. Pae So-hyun at 14. She was a co-leader until she made this putt. Go to 18 under, and with the benefit of hindsight, she would not look back, though it was close. It got very, very interesting on the run-in. This, the par 3 17th. Sung Yoon-jin with a 6-iron. She saved one of her best shots for the penultimate hole. Certainly one of her best shots off the tee. Confidently going over the water in that treacherous downhill spot just before the green to a pin placement that was in 5 yards from the fringe on the right and 7 from the fringe at the front. She would birdie, putting all the pressure on the 18th hole. Kochi won. It was up and down at times, but more ups than downs. The Dream Tour star with a birdie at the last to go to 18 under par. She would share the runner-up spot with Sung Yoon-jin. They were just not able to keep pace with our champion, Pae So-hyun, who won it with a 67 and a birdie at the last. Ladies and gentlemen, time to head down to the 18th green for today's awards presentation.
먼저 대회 주최사인 오로라 월드 노희열 회장님을 소개합니다. 네, 감사합니다. 이어서 오로라 월드 노재현 대표님을 소개합니다. 감사합니다. 다음으로 오로라 골프 리조트 신학명 대표님께서 참석해 주셨습니다. 감사합니다. 그리고 대회 주관사인 KLPGA 김순희 수석부회장님 참석해 주셨습니다. 네, 감사합니다. 다음으로 주간 방송사인 SBS골프 이상근 대표님께서 참석해 주셨습니다. 네, 감사합니다. 마지막으로 강원도에서 열린 대회에 특별히 축하하러 와주신 두 분이 있으신데요. 먼저 강원특별자치도의 김진태 도지사님을 소개합니다. 감사합니다. 다음으로 강원도 골프협회 회장님이시죠. 김창우 회장님을 소개합니다. 네, 감사합니다. 정말 이 밖에도 많은 귀빈분들이 이 자리에 참석해 주셨는데요. 저희 시간 관계상 모든 분들을 소개해드리지 못하는 점 다시 한번 양해 부탁드리겠습니다. 다시 한번 바쁘신 와중에도 오늘 이 자리에 참석해 주신 모든 분들께 감사의 말씀 드리겠습니다. 이제 본격적인 시상식을 시작하겠습니다. 시상식은 특별상, 본상 순으로 진행됩니다. 먼저 특별상인 코스 레코드에 대한 시상입니다. 올해 첫 대회라 코스 레코드 기록 자동적으로 나오게 되는데요. 오늘 수상자에게는 오로라 골프 앤 리조트에서 300만 원이 수여됩니다. 시상은 오로라 골프 앤 리조트 신학명 대표님께서 직접 수고해 주시겠습니다. 네, 앞쪽으로 모시겠습니다. 이번 대회 코스 레코드는 3라운드 64타를 기록한 성유진 선수입니다. 축하드립니다. 네, 성유진 선수 3라운드 때 버디 8개를 몰아치면서 엄청난 기록을 했는데요. 정말 챔피언즈에서 최선을 다해 플레이를 해줬습니다. 신하명 대표님께서 저희 300만 원 수여해 주셨고요. 사진 촬영 진행하도록 하겠습니다. 네, 감사합니다. 성유진 선수 축하드립니다. 코스 레코드 오늘은 성유진 선수가 수상을 했습니다. 다음은 아마추어 시상입니다. 오늘 먼저 시상은 KLPGA 김순희 수석 부회장님께서 수상을 도와주시겠습니다. 자, 이번 아마추어 선수는 저희 특별히 좀 설명을 드려야 할 것 같은데요. 5월에 열린 오로라 퀸즈컵에 참여해서 우승해서 우승 자격으로 2025 오로라 월드 레이디스 챔피언십 참가 자격을 얻은 선수입니다. 오로라 퀸즈컵은 오로라 골프 앤 리조트가 주최한 정말 프리미엄 골프 대회로 여성 골퍼들의 기량 향상과 그리고 프로 무대 진출 기회를 제공하기 위해 특별히 만들어졌는데요. 오로라 퀸즈컵 우승자이자 2025 오로라 월드 레이디스 챔피언십 아마추어 1위를 차지한 선수는 4라운드 토탈 288타를 기록하고 2분파를 기록한 김도희 선수입니다. 축하드립니다. 네, 김도희 선수 많은 분들이 SBS골프 중계로 함께 하셨을 텐데요. 오로라 퀸즈컵에서 또 멋진 실력으로 1위를 기록하고 이렇게 아마추어 자격으로 출전해서 아마추어 1위까지 거머쥐었습니다. 네, 김순희 수석부회장님께서 축하를 해주셨고요.
감사합니다.
네, 다시 한번 진심으로 축하드립니다. 네, 김도희 선수 자료 모시겠습니다.
아니, 저보다 일단 쉬우면 되죠.
자, 이제 다음은 굉장히 의미 있는 시상이 이어지겠습니다. 기부금 전달식인데요. 대회 코스 14번을 해서 정말 기부존을 운영했습니다. 오로라 월드는 스웨덴 노약자, 장애인, 도의료, 산불 피해 지역 등 지역사회와 함께하는 기프트 오브 스마일을 나눈다는 마음으로 2019년부터 2024년까지 누적 70억 원 이상의 기부를 통해 사회공헌과 나눔을 실천하고 있습니다. 이번 골프대회에서 4라운드 동안 선수들의 티샷이 기부존에 안착할 경우 회당 30만 원씩 적립돼서 총 37명이 46회를 성공해 총 1,380만 원이 적립이 되었는데요. 여기에 주최사의 추가 기부금까지 더해 총 3천만 원이 모였습니다. 이 3천만 원은 원주시 사회복지 공동모금회에 전달돼서 취약계층 및 사회복지시설을 위해 아주 유용하게 사용될 예정입니다. 전달식을 위해서 오로라 골프 앤 리조트 신학명 대표님을 모시겠습니다. 네, 자리로 모시겠고요. 기부 무대 전달은 오로라 월드 노재영 대표님께서 직접 수고해 주시겠습니다. 네, 앞쪽으로 모시겠습니다. 네, 신학명 대표님, 오로라 월드 노재현 대표님 기부금 전달 무대를 전달해 주셨고요. 저희 기념하는 촬영도 이어지겠습니다. 네, 좋은 일에 함께해 주는 오로라 골프 앤 리조트를 위해서 박수를 보내주시기 바랍니다. 네, 두 분 다 의미 있는 시상을 함께해 주셔서 대단히 감사합니다.
TV 보면서 저거 아닌데 딱
자, 이어서 대망의 2025 오로라 월드 레이디스 챔피언십 초대 챔피언 발표를 하도록 하겠습니다. 수상자에게는 오늘 상금 1억 8천만 원과 또 트로피, 꽃다발, 그리고 부상으로 안마의자, 그리고 주얼리 세트까지 오늘 수여됩니다. 와, 오늘 우승자 아주 받아가는 게 정말 많은데요. 자, 먼저 시상은 특별히 오늘 이 자리에 와주신 분이죠. 강원특별자치도 김진태 도지사님께서 수고해 주시겠습니다. 먼저 앞쪽으로 모시겠습니다.
아니, 옷을 입을 때는
저기 인사이드로.
인사이드 로프.
자, 그럼 떨리는 마음으로 우승자를 발표하겠습니다. 2025 오로라 월드 레이디스 챔피언십 초대 대회 우승자는 4라운드 토탈 269타 19 언더파를 기록한 배소연 선수입니다. 축하드립니다. 와, 뒤쪽에 멋진 배소연 선수를 축하하는 폭죽이 터지고 있습니다. 와, 정말 배소연 선수 너무 기쁠 것 같은데요. 먼저 강원특별자치도 김진태 도지사님께서 우승 자켓을 직접 입혀주시겠습니다. 네, 그린 자켓 초대 챔피언의 자리. 배소연 선수 정말 4라운드 동안 최선을 다해서 플레이를 했고요. 기다렸던 시즌 첫 승, 통산 4승을 이뤄냅니다. 사진 촬영 진행하도록 하겠습니다. 네, 다시 한번 진심으로 축하드리고요. 도지사님 자리로 모시겠습니다. 다음은 오로라 월드 노희열 회장님께서 트로피와 우승 상들을 전달해 주시겠습니다. 이번에 오로라 월드 레이디스 챔피언십 트로피가 역시 오로라 월드답게 정말 귀엽게 제작이 되었는데요. 직접 노희열 회장님께서 트로피를 전달해 주셨습니다. 네, 여러분 축하의 박수 보내주시기 바랍니다.
제가 트로피 먼저 찍어야지.
모두 함께 들고 촬영하도록 하겠습니다. 우승상은 1억 8천만 원의 주인공이 되었습니다. 여러분 다시 한번 배수연 선수에게 뜨거운 박수를 부탁드리겠습니다. 네, 감사합니다. 회장님 자리로 모시겠습니다. 자, 이어서 오로라 월드 노재현 대표님께서 다음 순서 이어가 주시겠는데요. 선수들에게 이 인형이 가장 인기가 많았습니다. 아보카도 인형을 우리 오로라 월드 노재현 대표님께서 직접 전달해 주실 텐데요. 배소연 선수도 귀여워서 방금
내려놓는 게 낫지 않나?
네, 선수들에게 가장 인기가 많았던 아보카도 인형을 배소연 선수에게 전달했습니다. 오늘 초록색 그린 자켓과 또 아보카도 인형이 정말 잘 어울리는데요. 네, 인형 받아드리겠습니다. 노재현 대표님 감사합니다. 자리로 모시겠습니다. 다음으로 오로라 골프 리조트 신학영 대표이사님께서 명예회원권을 전달해 주시겠습니다. 신학영 대표이사님도 가운데로 모시겠습니다. 와, 배소연 선수 앞쪽에 우리 또 팬클럽도 와주셨는데요. 많은 축하를 받으면서 명예회원권까지 획득했습니다. 다시 한번 축하의 박수를 보내주시기 바랍니다. 네, 감사합니다. 자, 자리로 모시겠습니다. 다음으로는 SBS골프 이상근 대표님께서 우승자 부상, 코지마 안마의자, 그리고 클린트 주얼리 세트 전달해 주시겠습니다. 네, 이상근 대표님께서 직접 전달을 해 주셨고요. 네, 사진 촬영 진행하도록 하겠습니다. 오늘 정말 많은 것을 얻어가는 배수연도 이제 코지마 안마의자와 주얼리 세트, 클린트 주얼리 세트까지 가져가네요. 선물이 정말 많습니다. 마지막으로 또 KLPGA 김순희 수석 부회장님께서 축하의 꽃다발도 전달해 주시겠습니다. 네. 또 꽃다발을 이렇게 전달해주는 모습이 너무나 아름다운데요. 우리 배수연을 진심으로 축하하는 마음으로 마지막 꽃다발까지 안겼습니다. 네, 김순희 수석 부회장님 감사드립니다. 우승한 배소연 선수에게 여러분 다시 한번 박수를 부탁드리겠습니다. 자, 여러분 계속해서 하늘을 떠나갔던 우리 오로라 월드 비행선이 지금 우승자 쪽으로 왔는데요. 우리 배소연 선수가 직접 우리 오로라 월드 비행선에서 내린 사랑스러운 캐릭터 인형이 담긴 우승 기념 바구니를 가지러 가겠습니다. 오늘 영광의 주인공 우승자인 배소연 프로는 이 인형 바구니를 받아서 함께 응원해준 우리 갤러리 여러분께 선물을 할 텐데요. 잘 던져주시기 바라고요. 우리 함께 응원해주신 갤러리 여러분께 기쁨을 나누는 아주 특별한 시간이 지금 선사되고 있습니다. 네, 우승자 배소영 선수가 또 직접 던져서 선물해주는 인형이라 그런지 갤러리 여러분의 환호가 더욱더 많은 것 같은데요. 오로라 월드 비행선에서 방금 막 도착한 또 우승기념 인형 바구니. 우리 배소연 선수 끝까지 또 왼쪽에 있는 우리 갤러리 분들을 놓칠 수가 없죠. 배소연 선수 열심히 달려가고 있습니다. 네, 배소연 선수가 선사하는 인형 바구니에서 나온 특별한 선물. 우승자가 직접 던져주는 특별한 깜짝 이벤트였습니다. 역시 오로라 월드답게 또 센스 있는 세레머니를
Well, I told you it was just about that basket of Pom Pals time to shine. And I think Bae So-hyun enjoyed throwing them out to the gallery almost as much as she enjoyed donning that beautiful green jacket for the very first time. And what a trophy, too, inspired by her pals on the boat. We'll miss them, I'm sure, but with any luck, we'll see them again next year, because this was a fantastic debut. The Aurora World Ladies Championship at the Aurora Golf and Resorts, of which Bae So-hyun was awarded an honorary membership amongst other prizes, including 180 million won. Well, unfortunately, this is now where we have to say goodbye. But don't worry, we'll be back next week, and we're excited for this one. We're heading south to Jeju in Sogwipo-shi at Cyprus Golf and Resort for the 12th Jeju Samdasu Masters. Yoonina is our defending champion. We have 132 players in the field and another 1 billion won purse up for grabs. But until then, it's farewell. We appreciate your continued viewership and support of the KLPGA Tour, and we certainly appreciate our hard-working crew for putting this broadcast on. For all of them, I've been Adam Jenkins. Thanks one final time, and see you next week in Sogwipo-shi. But for now, so long.
모두 고생 많으셨습니다.